Welcome, one and all, to the adventures of Liu Godslayer. I am going to explain right away. I've tried recording this episode twice, and I can give you a play-by-play of basically what's gonna happen here. So, we can't go to war, first and foremost, because we are at 100% threat. Sure, we can go for very minor independent realms, like there's a few places here in kind of Saxony up through the Netherlands we can go through. We can cut a swath through Sweden or whatever. We can't do anything significant with warfare. Let's put it that way. That, however, is not the reason why this has been such a pain in the ass episode to record. The big issue we have going on right now is that secretly, behind the scenes, almost every single one of our vassals are Iconoclast. And there is absolutely nothing we can do, both within the role-playing bounds of the series. Character's got sympathy for Iconoclast. She was Iconoclast when we started playing her. She was part of that same secret society. It would be against the role-playing aspect of that character, and fundamentally, there is very little you can do in Crusader Kings to stop secret societies. There is no way to infiltrate a society and take it apart. The only way we can stop this is by hunting apostates and burning them. Slight problem with that. Our matriarch also is Iconoclast. This character was our daughter. Is our daughter. She was also secretly Iconoclast and converted. So, we're in a weird place. And the reason why I've decided to redo this episode again, the first time I started recording this, it was me coming to the realization that, A, there's no way we can stop this happening. Again, both in the realms of the character and mechanically. And B, we can't go to war, which meant the only thing we could possibly do is stuff in the society, which we're almost done with, right? Second episode was me trying to find a creative way around it, but I can't, there is no way. So, I think I'm going to use a veto. I'm going to have to veto at this point to basically stop our progress. It's not even a case of our progress coming undone. It wouldn't bother me if we converted over to Iconoclast. What would bother me is that all of the Dow Germanic stuff that we've done so far, you know, the thing that has defined multiple characters, all of that would just be gone because secret societies in this game are so aggressive that you can't stop them. It would just be gone. You know, that complete aspect to this playthrough, that unique aspect to this playthrough would disappear. Now look, Before I start getting too deep into this, because I'm not going to be able to achieve everything we need to achieve even with the veto in this one episode, I could put this to a vote and say, what do you think about us just flipping to Iconoclast, just now playing the game as an Iconoclast nation? The secret society wins. That would be a plot twist. Dow Germanic is fundamentally flawed for it being a constructed religion from two very different things from the get-go. It falls apart. And Iconoclast takes its place, this secret society that's existed in England since it was conquered by a Greek queen hundreds of years ago, defeats a whole empire, which is a bit silly, and that's kind of my issue with it. But we lose all those mechanics that make this unique, and instead we become something entirely different. I'm ultimately not that much against it. And I think it'll make for a pretty interesting story if Frederick, you know, was the sole driving and unifying force of Dow Germanic. She dies, the whole realm converts over. Because, let me be clear here, even though a lot of these people say that they are Germanic, if they are not zealous, I can guarantee you they are Iconoclast. I've checked behind the scenes. And you've only got to look at a place like Luxembourg. So the reason I noticed this predominantly was because someone in the comments pointed it out. They said, hey, did you notice that Austrasia in Luxembourg there and Wales immediately flipped over? And that's just the tip of the iceberg. The longer we play, the more they all flip over. And if you take a look at Luxembourg here, every single one of this guy's vassals are Iconoclast. That means that like a third of our continental European conquest, or a third of all of that land we took from France here yesterday, maybe slightly less than a third, but some very important stuff is already Iconoclast. These guys are Iconoclast, and sure, the rest of them aren't open about it. England is, but that's where it all began, right? Even though they're not open about it, they are as well. And our character began Iconoclast. She was part of that society. She's got sympathy. Maybe we just accept that it's part of the story, rather than trying to avoid it, or rather than trying to... What I did the last time I tried recording this episode was weaving it into the character, trying to bring about unity, trying to justify ways to stop it. Maybe we just let it happen at this point. Now, I could put it to a vote, but I can tell you already, it would be 50% of people saying don't do it, 50% of people doing it. And once again, my mental health is severely deteriorated. So, I think I'm going to make the executive decision here that either we veto it and we say this character has an epiphany from Odin or whatever, right? And we go back to being Dal-Germanic, or we embrace it. And that is the crux of it all, isn't it? A new timeline is going to branch from here regardless. But the only issue I've got with fully embracing Iconoclast is we're going to be in the same position as we are now being Dal-Germanic, in that half the realm are going to flip to Iconoclast almost certainly, but there will be some old zealots, some old holdouts. We've converted so much stuff to Dal-Germanic already. Nothing is Iconoclast. We're going to be flipped back to where we were. You know, it's going to be a struggle to fight back. And then what? Then next generation, it turns out there's a secret Hindu sect somewhere in, say, Sweden, which we know there has been because Hindu got that far across the world. There's probably a secret Hindu society up there. Probably most of the followers in Sweden are Hindu. We conquest that. Then what? Then they all start coming out as Hindu. Then we flip over to that too. It's a really difficult decision to make, and it fundamentally comes down to the fact that Paradox have not balanced secret societies well at all. There are mods on the workshop to stop the AI doing it. A lot of people have complained about this before. It's a hard choice, but hopefully my however many minutes of ranting, 6 minutes of ranting right now, there's a reason behind it all. So, I think let's let the decision be made for us. I think I put it in the game's hands. I think we flip over to theology focus. Through that, we will either gain cynical, at which point I think we flip over to Iconoclast, or we become zealous, at which point we lose sympathy for Christianity, and we start actively hunting those apostates. I think we put it in the game's hands. Because all of this has been the game's doing so far. I think we leave it in the game's hands, and I think we see what happens. And that's my take on it. So, what can we do right now? We can't really declare war, except for individual counter-conquest, because we're 100% threat. Everybody will go to war with us. Even independent Rams, not there are any, of our own religion would go to war with us at this point in defense of Catholics, if that were to be the case, right? I feel like I'm getting deja vu. So, first things first, there's a barony outside of our realm in Mainz that we own the barony of, who also happens to be the seat of the Kingdom of Norway. Don't ask. I don't know. I don't know how we have the King of Norway. The only province we've got in Norway is a temple in Nidaros that can't hold a kingdom-level title. I don't know what the hell is going on. So we're going to go and clap that quickly. We can also take Flanders, who, spoilers, is also Orthodox secretly. Sorry, Iconoclast secretly, even though he's Catholic there. Because the secret society is unstoppable, right? If we could join it, take it over from within, that would be interesting. If we dominate the secret society. But I mean, it goes against everything our ancestors talked about, right? It goes against everything we set up for. Haha! He who laugh longest, lasts even. Finally, that vile tree hugger Godslayer Lisa has left this fine earth. Well, everything will be better without her. I have a lot of extra time on my hands. Do we want to behead the still warm body of this woman who died of a troubled pregnancy? What a tragic story. Or do we want to bond over her death by becoming friends with the concubine of Scotland? Or do we want to become rivals with a baby? Oh, she gave birth. She died in childbirth. Do we become friends with her rivals with her child? Or change our ways and also lose a rivalry with our son? All of our children are secretly Orthodox. Iconoclast too, by the way. Sure. We're kind, right? We're a kind character. I think a kind character becoming rivals with a baby doesn't make any freaking sense. Kind, diligent, ambitious. I think we trust our trainer. We did not get trusting. I'm not complaining about that. It's a terrible trait. Last time I did this, we did get that trait. Okay, then. It's a complete mess. Everything is a complete mess, and I've lost control of this campaign thoroughly. So, you know what? Fuck it. Let the game deal with it. So, I would like to revoke that. Why can't we? Oh, it's in a war. He's gone to war. Huh. That's very bizarre. Oh, God, sorry. I've only just woken up. Had to wake up extra early to try and do this episode again. Lynn Emmerichson, my son, and you married matrilineally. Decline. I think we need to make sure that our Given I've said this before, but given that our current generation, our next generation, this character's children are all so good, all have good inheritable traits, etc., etc., I think we need to make sure that that's going to safe good hands, right? We need to make sure those are being matrilineally married out or regular married out, even if they're not going to inherit, etc. Right, let's get all this set up then. What a complete mess of a campaign. All because of shitty secret society balancing. You've ruined everything. Call a tutor's court. Philosophy tutor, sure. Do you want to name a prisoner? No, I do not. We'll call a Chinese tutor to court instead then. Welcome. Okay. We could get a pet horse. We could go and hire a mount. Let's see what they've got for sale. From here, you can buy many types of horses. We could buy camels or elephants, but other exotic beasts may be available. Sure. What have you got? We can get a wolf. We can get a ferocious Scandinavian wolf as our mount. That'd be quite fun. That's the only one available. We could try and get red hair, assuming no one else has it in China right now. Revoke. Sorry, take a horse. Will we get... No, someone's already got it out there in the world. We could try and steal it. So he's going to give us a Chinese ceremonial horse, which I'll be honest, I don't want. Get out of here. Let's take a Scandinavian wolf. That'd be quite fun, becoming the queen of the Amazons on the back of a giant wolf. That sounds quite fun. Let's visit the mount market and let's buy. It's something we've never really done before, but we never really had a proper warrior queen character before, you know? Let's take that wolf. Scandinavian wolf has been added to our treasury. What does this wolf do? Powerful Scandinavian wolf. Wowee. Ferocious wolf found in the forest of Scandinavia. It takes brave soul indeed to try subjugating one. Movement speed, 15%. Morale damage, melee defense. Combat in forest, 20%. +1 martial, +10 personal combat. We need someone to take care of it. I'm going to employ a stable master. A very brave stable master. A very brave stable master. And then I guess we'll buy some mount equipment, because I don't think we actually have any. I think I got rid of it all, because it was... Whoops. Oh, I reforged my Damascus steel sword. Balls. Not actually is objectively a good thing to do. It's just annoying it constantly popping up asking if I want to give it away, adding a shitload of decisions that are just useless to us. Right, let's buy some armor then. Exotic armor. I want to buy only the best armor for our wolf. Really gone off the deep end all of a sudden, haven't we? What else should we buy? A master-crafted saddle. No one has a master-crafted saddle for sale. All right, then. What about some horseshoes? No one has horseshoes available. I feel like hammering horseshoes onto the feet of a wolf is probably cruelty. I'm no expert. I'm not a vet, but I feel like that's not a nice thing to do. A shield? Nobody can sell them. Oh, shit. Okay. Well, never mind. Doesn't really matter too much. Exotic mount armor. There you are. Exotic metal plates designed to protect exotic beasts. Another +10 personal combat. Very nice. Wow, we're going to be unstoppable here. But we've already got some mount equipment. I can't see any. Doesn't look like it, huh? That's a shame. What we do have is a lot of crap here in the treasury. Well, now, what I want to ask... it's something I really should have brought up earlier in the episode, given that, you know, it's relevant to what we've got going on right now. In my opinion, the Empire part of Crusader Kings II is the worst part of Crusader Kings II. I think it's the most boring part of Crusader Kings II. Regardless of religious uprisings right now, which is some freak mutation of some Greek conqueror years ago, there is nothing challenging our domain. There's nothing challenging our realm. There's nothing that is going to cause significant problems. Even this religious uprising, oh no, our realm flips to Iconoclast, or oh no, we've just got a few vassals who dislike us because they're a different religion. I mean, even then, to say they dislike us is incorrect entirely. They love us. Even those guys love us because of what a good ruler we are. Unless I genuinely just make bad decisions, that's always going to be the case. So, it's a weird situation we're in, where we're still kind of unstoppable. Now, what I am adding to the Foundation mod is my kind of take on an Imperial corruption. I know a lot of mods add that already. I know CK2 Plus adds it. I know HIP adds an equivalent thing. I want to add my own variant of that. Oh, we got Mature Student again. Oh, shit. You know, I didn't actually train to be a Dungeon Master until late into my 600s. Before then, I was a maths teacher. I didn't want to be that cruel my entire life. I think I deserve a second chance as well. Wowee. Oh, good. Skilled Tactician, I'll take. My God, we're going to be unstoppable. 52 Martial. Well, even if we have got 100% threat, or 98% threat now, we might be able to kill them all anyway. What I do want to focus on here... Oh, we can hunt the King of Norway. I feel like murdering one of your vassals is probably a terrible idea, regardless of whether or not it is part of your society. Can I now revoke this? Are you still at war? Religious conversion? No? Oh, and also it's worth mentioning, sorry, I don't know if I've mentioned this already. I'm all over the place with this episode, to be completely honest with you. If I sort ruler, yes, and then say, search my realm for people not of my religion, sort by rank 2, I can't convert these people. It's mechanically impossible because they've converted before. So they have this this opinion modifier called True Believer, or this character modifier called True Believer, which means they will never convert away from Iconoclast either. That's true of all their vassals. You also can't directly demand the conversion of vassals below that. And we're in a weird position whereby we can either hunt apostates and try and stop the society, or proselytize and hope we can convert people faster than the society can, which, spoilers, you can't, because the society is that fucking powerful right now. We're about the only person that's not part of the friggin' society, to be honest with you. It's a mess. Anyway, let's do sensible wars. I feel like this war, we can keep holy warring. That'll help build up our moral authority. That's still not enough. In the last version I made of this cursed episode in the cursed timeline, I had 100% moral authority, and still our vassals were converting en masse. We're in a weird place, and there might be no coming back from it. Just conquering England might have been the stepping stone to terrible things. And again, we'll leave it up to our theology focus to see where we end up here. You're already surrendering. Great news. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right, let's take Sweden. Let's unify Scandinavia. Let's bring it back under our control. So I did disable can create titles because of, I'm not going to make titular kingdom, sod that. We've got enough kingdom issues. I don't need to make more Iconoclast kings. So I disabled that because it was all titular and Empire of Britannia, but we'll leave it active then. We'll just have to check it every now and again. Right, Kingdom of Scotland, you can have that back. Might as well keep him on side. This guy's also Iconoclast, if you're curious. Toulouse, yeah, you can have this one. This guy is not, as far as I recall. Zealous characters, by the way, can't be. So I did experiment in the last previous version I did of this, some really sweaty mechanics. So I'm making titular titles, giving it to the dukes within this, so that they would break free of their liege, demanding conversion of these guys. These guys followed their legion conversion. They don't have that character modifier. Very sweaty inside CK2 tactics, breaking up a kingdom so that you can convert it, and then, if not, revoking it and then giving it out to characters. We could just revoke this guy's title, right? I believe so. Yeah, because he's an infidel. But if we do that, that's a war we do not want to fight. That will be basically our entire realm. I know it doesn't look like it. Well, it wouldn't be like people who are... But, like, I mean, as you saw right there, I clicked a guy who was immediately fucking Iconoclast. It's going to piss off our entire realm because we also have a mod that makes it so cultures and religions are more relevant. So, it's a joke. It's a complete mess. I've thought of everything, okay? I was Doctor Strange with the stone, doing the 1,000 timelines, and the only one I see victory in is the one where we become Iconoclast. Hello. My daughter had a daughter who's smart, which is better than nothing. Excellent. Great news. How are the children coming out then? So, we've got Godfrey, Joris Godfrey's son. Genius. Strong. Pretty good character. Quite high on the martial side of things, quite high on the intrigue, but overall fairly mediocre. Elizabeth, possessed by the spirit of Iconoclast Jesus, I can only presume. Genius. Not so good across the board, but decently high intrigue, decently high learning. We've got Cracker, who hasn't been educated yet, so I guess I'll give her an intrigue education. She's also Orthodox, by the way. Lynn. I think all of the children are secretly Orthodox because they're all bought into the society. Oh, no, maybe they weren't. Maybe I'm thinking of siblings. I don't remember. Either way, it's a complete mess. Don't worry about it. Lynn, we're educating in Thrift. Is actually, again, very good genius character there. Then who else have we got? Who haven't I looked at? Daiju. Delicate. But genius, martial character. He's very, very good. He's also got that Godslayer lunacy kicking in. The lizards are what I've always been most interested in. So, I made this point last time I did this episode in that they're most suited to a diplomacy education, sure, but our character right now has a theologian and tactician education, martial and theology, but all of her vassals love her, and all of her vassals are of different religions, right? I think diplomacy is almost kind of pointless in that regard because diplomacy is about making people like you, becoming a good ruler. I don't need to worry about that. What we do need to worry about is secret society, so intrigue could make a bit more sense if this character becomes our successor. Sanyang, pretty terrible across the board, right? Fuck it, let's just give you a diplomacy education. I don't want to give you a learning education because you'll probably just flip to Orthodox and ruin it anyway. Or Iconoclast. Oh, here you go. The Battle of Ostrogothia. It's been ages since I felt so invigorated by battle. Every day our unit is moving as if connected by some unspoken bond. This is all you, my lady, one of the soldiers says, a look of genuine surprise on his face. Face. I'm so focused on faith right now. You're right. Modesty will get me nowhere. We're already proud, so I guess we take that one. We become skilled tactician, 57 martial. What's our base? 9. That's quite funny. That's actually ridiculous. Fucking hell. Well, we can unify Scandinavia. We can't do much else, but we can unify Scandinavia at least. So let's just blitz through. Let's just blitz through and wait for some pop-ups from our way of life, from our character focus. Pomerania. Okay, I'm not going forward with you then. What about you? Mara? It's in a Småland. We could take that one. Yeah. Hello. Goodbye. So this is the other big thing we can focus on for this character. Truly becoming the Amazon Queen. We form a bloodline. If we manage to do that 10 times, defend our position as Amazon Queen, because there's only one rank in the society of that. If we defend that 10 times, we got ourselves a fancy bloodline. That'd be quite nice. The Wolf Warrior of the Amazonians. That's quite nice. Not quite Frederick, of course. I don't think anybody's going to live up to Frederick. To be fair, I said that with Yuning. And then I said that with whoever was before Yuning. So maybe she'll surprise me. Gotland we could take. Let's go for Gotland. And let's just grab Sweden. Let's just grab Sweden. Do you want to become friends with her? She's Catholic. We don't like Catholics. We might like Iconoclast, but we don't like Catholics. Hello. You want me to kill someone? Senator. Killing people is my specialty. Okay, Gotland. Hold. Oh, it's Chancellor. You can tell I'm, like, lack of sleep. Getting a Star Wars cut wrong. Unforgivable. Right. Die. Be gone. And then I guess we'll try and make a Kingdom of Sweden. Give it to a zealous character. Why have we not won that? What else do you control? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, white peace. I know that sounds ridiculous. We've got the whole world against us here. We have to white peace that. My bad. Should have checked a bit more thoroughly what you actually owned. Okay, so you've only got that one. So we'll definitely go for you. So, but then again, it's like, do we give Sweden to a zealous character? If we do, sure, they won't flip to Iconoclast. That'd be quite nice. But the big issue with that is we run the risk then of, if we did flip over to Iconoclast, making Sweden like a holdout. Making it a real difficult nation to deal with. So, I'm not really sure. What I am sure of is we should be able to deal with most of Scandinavia without having to worry about the rest of the world coming in and finishing the job. I mean, it's just ridiculous, isn't it? Why would these people care? Italy have joined the war against us. The remnants of Greece have joined the war against us. The remnants of the Byzantine Empire have joined the war against us. Pannonia. Look at this. Look at how many places are against us. It doesn't make any damn sense. Welcome to Defensive Packs. Right, there you go. Okay, that's looking better. I want to tidy all this up, but unfortunately, I think it's a little bit too much of a gamble for the time being. Right, let's move down here. That's the upkeep cost of our wolf. 16 gold per, like, year. I think we're all right. You don't have to show me that again. So I should mention a couple of comments then. Somebody said, why not build royal palaces in all of the capitals of the new places that we conquered? I like that idea. Get one in, like, Bordeaux. Get one in Toulouse. Get one in Paris. Maybe Middlesex as well. They are 9,000 gold each. So to build them in all of the capitals, I mean, it'd be fantastic for our retinue, which as was pointed out in the comments there. Ooh. So to upgrade our city, we need construction level 6, popular customs level 6, city construction level 6. But construction level 6 arguably gives the biggest bonus out of all of them right now. Build time, build cost, and we can actually build buildings with that. So I'm going to go for that one to kick things off. So we're going to need thousands of gold to do that. Somebody else asked, and this is something I'm going to have to fix. This is on me for forgetting about it as part of the religion. Somebody else said, why not build wonders, specifically temples, in our holy sites? Man already has, you know, the Colossus of Man, but everywhere else is fair game. The only issue with that is the religion that we're playing as right now doesn't actually have any sort of temple building. We don't have any sort of, like, grand temple. We don't have any cathedral or kind of equivalent, like grand church equivalent. So I'm going to have to add something in to allow us to build something like that. I guess what I will do instead, how many are we up to right now? 2 pretenders out that require 10 to build the bloodline. I think we're going to annihilate these people. She's got 38 personal combat. I didn't even need to check. Iconoclast. We've got 272 personal combat with our wolf now. Not to mention, of course, being brilliant strategist and whatever else. Let's move through into Norway, I suppose. Hello, don't mind me. As long as we can siege fast and they can counter siege, we're always going to be good. There we go. What about these? Why do I not take these? Oh, that's Pomerania again. Yeah, I remember. What about you? You are under that, which is a complete mess that I don't want to touch. Right, let's move around Norway then. Just see if we can go for the whole of Scandinavia. Oh, he's also got Holstein. Does. I say we split the retinue. Split it again. 7,000 down to here. And then leave these guys here instead. I think that works fine. Let's put our character on leading this unit so that we can hopefully save on the attrition a tad bit. And put, I don't know, anybody there. I don't really care. Right. If nothing else, we can undo the damage done by France here. Oh, I don't think I talked about the justification in all this. Again, another person in the comment section, great idea, said that France here were the ones that took our ancestral homeland from us. You know, they took it from our Kingdom of Galicia. They took it from the branch of our family we left behind on Scandinavia, if you remember. Kingdom of Galicia. Well, Count Joris El Burgo of Galicia. There you are, my friend. That's yours. Yeah, what a mess. What a complete mess. I like it. Oh, he's also a berserker. Very nice. Okay. I'm not going to make these titular kingdoms, like I said. Sod that. We have the Duchy of Viken. Okay. It's all still tribes, even now. 1097, even though it's been under Catholic rulers for ages, it's still tribal. Very weird. Right. Let's see if we can unify Scandinavia today. We can't do much about the religious side of things, but if nothing else, we can put a good dent in Scandinavia, I think. Ah, I actually had this event before in the last episode too. So, Wonders will occasionally fire an event. This will also break the game, by the way. Briefly. The other fortified colossus of the Isle of Man has become a centre for travellers and commerce. You're welcome to stay in the Isle of Man. You're welcome to stay in the Faroe Islands. So this is adding holding slots to everywhere we've got active wonders. The tragic part is it doesn't add one in Giesland, the place that we need it to build the temple for the holy site, because it's not active. Very annoying. For some reason, also that event gave us 800 messages. So for a little while, the game is going to lag like... Oh, Lord. Okay. I don't know what the hell's going on with that. It's identical to what happened before. Very, very bizarre. Right, so I'll start you moving into Holstein. Oh, God, they just went into rebellion. That's annoying. That's all right. Oh, the council say no. Because we've got too many titles. I should probably dish some stuff out before I keep going here. I wanted to grab maybe the Kingdom of Sweden, like I said, before I dished it all out. What do we need for the Kingdom of Sweden? Oh, we've already got the Kingdom of Sweden, moron. Right, okay. Let's sort for my religion, my culture. Ruler, no. And then we type in zealous. I think for the time being, we should commit to trying to keep Han Norse alive, given the amount of friggin' work I've put into it. But if we become Iconoclast, I will accept that as fate. I'll accept it as fate. Here, Sweden's yours, my friend. And because he is Han Norse and zealous, that will remain Han Norse. That's independent. All right, what a state. That's under... The King of Denmark is a bear, and the King of Galicia is a possessed bear. I like the idea that they are enemies. That's my headcanon now. This is, of course, under Norway. We have the Kingdom of Norway in our realm already. I need to revoke that of him at some stage. He'll be upset if we try it. It's a shame he won't convert. It's because he hates us, right? We single-handedly destroyed the Catholic realm. I get it. Makes a lot of sense. They should vote in favor of us now. Still no. Returning favor to Musicanus. Why? Domain too big. Too many held duchies. Gave titles to other dynasties. Gave titles to someone I hate. Fuck yourself. I don't care. This guy has just corrupted the entire council. He's put them all in his pocket. Damn it. We can combine our trophies. Tidy up our treasury. I quite like that one. That's nice. Great mod. Any mod that tidies up the treasury is a fantastic mod as far as I'm concerned. So we're gonna try and do some... there's a lot of plans I've got with that one. Here's an idea I'm going to float very briefly. You write a lot of books, right? You accrue a lot of books. What if you sacrifice those books for a much bigger temporary modifier to your character, but you, of course, don't inherit them and pass them down? But I was thinking maybe if you had like a I might have brought this idea up before. If you remember the Hermetic Society, if you had a grand library, if you had like 30 learning, then you can sacrifice the books in that regard to gain temporary, or like permanent character modifiers for that character modifier's life. But of course, you lose the knowledge over the long term, or something like that. I thought it'd be a nice way to tidy up a treasury with an actual good impact in the short term. Well, we also can't declare war now because of this dick. House Musicanus, you're going to be on my chopping block, my friend. Kind of hoping we would have got a pop-up about the theology at this point. So, I'm going to leave it there for today because I just need to get an episode out. Otherwise, I'm going to be here all day. Let's leave it there. I'm looking for import. I'm not going to put it to a vote because, like I said, I can see it'll just be 50-50 people saying keep one religion and or keep the other. I mean, I want to be convinced one way or the other. So I'm going to keep an eye on the comment section. And what will happen next, maybe I'll make a little event or something to help justify it a little bit more. But this is the game's fault for having such horribly unbalanced secret societies. And we need to do something about it. Because it's just going to make things really weird. It's not going to ruin anything, like I said. It's just going to make things weird, in my opinion. So, let me know. Let me know. And we'll see what we can do.